can I just say one thing firstly? I love the name Eat, Sleep, Boxing, Repeat.
This is ESBR Boxing. Delighted as always to be joined by manager and promoter Steve Goodwin. Steve, quite the main event here at York Hall tonight, quite the night as well. Ahmed Hatim, Liam Dillon, 12 rounds. Ahmed, unanimous decision for Ahmed tonight. You've seen some cracking fights here over the years. Where does that one rank?
I think that's got to be ranked among the best, if not the best. Apart from having loads of knockdowns, it gave everything for everybody. I mean, everybody was on the edge of the seat. The noise was electrifying, and it was a fantastic fight. It's got to be one of the best that I've witnessed at York Hall.
Yeah, I've seen you, saw you on the edge of your seat, saw you even getting up off your seat a couple of times as well. All very exciting. On the fight itself, how did you have it? I know there was a scorecard 115, 114. How did you have it? Was that one a bit close for you?
I had it 116, 112. I was pretty sure about that. I didn't get. I think it was Lee's 11514. Didn't see that, but it's all about opinions. They all sit different sides of things, see different things. 117, 111. They gave an extra round than I did. I get that. I probably could have. Somebody gone 115, 113. Probably could have got that as well. But the right man won. That's all that matters. It doesn't really matter about the scorecards.
Yeah. No, of course. Where does that leave Ahmed now? The British title's been fought for on the 4th of October in Glasgow. How is he going to fight for the British title next?
Well, I'm not his manager. I helped to promote him, and his manager is a really good manager, Mickey Amu, he's over in Las Vegas. I've just spoke to him in Las Vegas. He's absolutely delighted, and Mickey knows what he's doing, and he'll wait. He'll sit it out this year, Ahmed. Now he won't fight again this year, and he'll wait for a big opportunity next year. And boxing's evolving at the moment. We're seeing lots of new potential TV things come available. BBC, Sky may come back in, so there may be plenty of options for fighters. And hopefully Ahmed will be able to get one of those slots.
Fantastic. Do have a question for you about BBC, but we'll just touch on the card as well, if that's okay, Steve. Spoke to Dean Gardner after his fight. Another victory for him, but he couldn't help but be frustrated and be pissed off at Dennis Denikaev dropping out at such short notice. Can you give us a bit more background into that situation, please?
Well, Dennis just wasn't. Dennis got to a week before the fight, and he just wasn't right. He just wasn't right, and I felt that from what he told me that he probably made the right decision for himself. Doesn't help Dean, but a fighter should never go into their ring unless they are 100% right in all departments, because it's dangerous in there. So from his own health perspective, he made the right decision. For Dean, it was the wrong decision. But from Dean's point of view, he had a good 6 rounds today against a very, very tough opponent, and it puts him absolutely bang on for hopefully a title shot November, December this year.
Great. Well, yeah, really hope we get a big fight next Dean.
You have to take the positive rather than the negative.
Yeah, no, of course, and it was great to see him out tonight. So another time he might not have fought at all. Unfortunately, I had a similar conversation with Peter Mirga tonight. He told me that Logan Richardson's decided to retire from the sport 10 days out. Same sort of question, if that's okay, Steve. What happened?
Well, I got a phone call. I got a text message from the manager. Everything was fine. The kid had some tickets that he wanted. And then we got the fact that he just decided he didn't want to box anymore. Yeah. So it was very similar to the Dennis fight. Now, I do feel that fighters know what other fighters go through. So it is handier if they make those decisions a little bit earlier, so it gives the other fighter a chance to get a replacement. Dennis's issue was different than Logan Richardson's issue, I think. But again, really disappointing for Peter. He's now got Josh Babb mandated for the English title, and that's a fight that it's probably a harder fight than Logan Richardson, to be honest. But that fight we'll have to look at dealing with later this year.
Yeah, brilliant. I can't go through the whole card, Steve, because we're probably in danger of being locked in the building. So just a couple of things from me. Did want to touch on the retirement of Linus Adofia, which came as a shock to a lot of people. He was supposed to be fighting here tonight, defending his title. How surprised were you when he told you he was retiring?
Not at all. We're friends, and we go walking dogs together, and we'd spoken about it months before. And he'd had a baby, he's married, and boxing's hard, even when you get TV fights. So the thing is, if I'm sure he would get it. He's been unfortunate in that a couple of times he's had big opportunities. He's not been on weight. They've been too short notice, or he's been sick the week of the fight. He's missed a few opportunities, which is just fate, bad luck. But now he had to do an English title and then probably maybe have got the winner of Conway and Liddard. The problem is, when you've got a wife and a child to support, you've got totally different responsibilities, and he's got a thriving business. So for him, he can't really afford to do that when he's got his wife at home with the baby. So he made the right decision. Because he's going to make more money doing what he's doing than he will from boxing. So he's had an amazing career. Missed a couple of opportunities for it to be slightly better. He should have been British champion and beyond. It didn't happen, but his career's been great. He's retired with his health intact, and he's got a lovely wife, lovely baby, and that's what matters. And we're friends forever.
Yeah, it's great memories of Linus fighting here and fighting out of York Hall as well. Seeing as you are friends with him, Steve, you know him, and I feel a bit cheeky asking this, but are you confident that's it? Do you think he's the sort of fighter who's going to stay in training, stay fit, and then there's going to be a temptation to possibly come out of retirement?
I will be shocked.
Okay.
You could never say never, but I will be very shocked. Linus is a cool, calculated dude. He's not emotive. And he thought it wasn't instant. We'd spoken about this probably December, January this year. So it's something we thought about. And I actually felt, me personally, when he fought Constantine Williams for the English title, I looked at him and thought, you don't really want to be in there. And I thought when I watched him that night, I said to Dave Evans, the whip, and Dave said the same, Linus is done. And we thought he was done, although I didn't say that to him. So I've just felt that. So I was not surprised at all.
Yeah. Great. Final question from me, Steve, this evening. Just want to get your opinion on this, just because you are so experienced in this sport now, whether it be as a promoter or whether it be as a manager. I know you kind of have different hats on at different days of the week. The whole Boxer BBC situation, how successful do you see that being after seeing what happened with Boxer and Sky? Do you see it being a success, Boxer going to mainstream TV?
It depends on what you define as success. There is no comparison between the money you've been given at Sky, I would imagine, than the money you're going to be given at BBC. My understanding is it's only 4 dates a year. He's going to need to work with other promoters to get his fighters on shows. So knowing full well roughly what the budgets are at the BBC, that's going to be a hard ask for him to maintain a successful thing. But any boxing on the BBC is a bonus, and I wish him the best with it. But let's be honest, it's a massive, massive drop from what he had.
Yeah. Steve Goodwin, as always, thank you very much for your time.